Hi, everyone, and welcome to. Don't let the name fool you. This isn't a normal episode of the Brown Machismo Show. In fact, this isn't even a Brown Machismo Show. This is just talking with Joe. I'm not really doing the Brown Machismo gimmick tonight. It's not something I'm really in the mood to do. It's something that's kind of been on my mind to talk about, and that's just kind of how I'm feeling in general. This is not an interview with anyone. I'm not having any special guests. The only current guest is Katy Perry. She's not locked up in the bedroom like she normally would be because she would cause terror running around and knocking things over. But this is a very bare minimum show tonight. There's nothing really all that extravagant. The setup is just a guy at the microphone and conscious thought. So it's been a couple weeks since I sat down and did a show. I had some guests lined up, but I kind of didn't really want to do it, and I was kind of reflecting on where I was going with this, and I wasn't really a fan of what I had going, and I kind of just stopped doing the show. So this is kind of a very raw show, not a lot of plans. This is just me, like I said, just me and a microphone tonight, talking to no one in particular, and to everyone who is listening to this. This is, if you see by the title of the show, it's State of Mind, and one of the topics is mental health. And it's something that it's been a topic that I've talked about before in the past, but I've been in a pretty weird state of mind for the last couple of weeks, and it culminated with me actually going through and deleting all of my social media. So I got off Instagram, I got off Discord, I got off Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. And yes, there is a sense of irony that I'm using this Twitch, which is technically social media, and I'm using it to discuss things, but I've been kind of just in a weird headspace recently. I normally would have chalked this up to being the seasonal affective disorder, because it is currently about, 20 degrees outside. We had a couple inches of snow a couple times in the last couple weeks, and it hasn't really helped a lot. But I'm just been kind of not all there mentally, and like I said, it culminated with me deleting all of my social media. So to anyone out there who saw that I kind of dropped off the face of the earth, I just need a break. I just need to admit that I've just been dealing with a lot of burnout. I've been dealing with a lot of just kind of being there, but not really. And it really kind of just is something that I thought I had been dealing with, but I really haven't. And it's days like this that I'm glad that I don't drink, because this would be a perfect day to just forget about everything and try and turn your brain off, and by just numbing the senses. But this is not something that I do, and I don't talk about these kind of things all that often. Well, that's not true. I do talk about this a lot, but I don't do it in healthy ways. I do it in ways that probably aren't the best way of coping with depression, which is something that I have been dealing with. I'm 31 now. I was 16 or 17 when I was diagnosed with it. I might have been a little bit older. I might have been like in my my late teens, but depression's been something that I've been dealing with for a long time, and I thought I had a handle on it. I always think that I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. I don't like the feeling of it. It's very exhausting being depressed, and being kind of like I don't want to say slave to your emotions, but you really are kind of just like a prisoner. And I always try and deal with it through humor, but I usually use it through self-deprecating humor, which is something that I really rely on as like a big part of my personality, that I can say all these horrible things about myself, and it's not a good way of looking at it. I think it's fine in pieces. I don't think it's fine the way that I really use it. I use it to really put myself down, and that was one of the main reasons why I got off Twitter, because Twitter would just be me making fun of someone to make myself feel better, or be me making fun of myself to make other people laugh. And it was getting to a point where I was kind of started really believing it and things I was saying. One of the things that I always talk about is just, I use the phrase real low self a lot. That just means that I don't really care about myself. And I do it, I used to do it for a laugh. I used to really do it to make people like comfortable. But no, I can't do that anymore. That's not good. I looked up the definition of what confidence versus esteem was, and yeah, I lacked the self-confidence, I lacked the self-esteem, and it's kind of got me in a place where I'm stuck. I've been, just frustrated at work, frustrated with life. I don't feel like I see my friends enough. And friendship is one of those things where it's, you almost kind of feel like you don't deserve to have friends. Which, to you, it makes total sense. You're just like, oh, I'm not worth anything. And why do other people like me so much? You say that to yourself, and you always kind of like reason with it. Other people look at it and be like, are you crazy? No, we like you for genuine reasons. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes you feel like you're left out. Sometimes you can see that the people are succeeding without you, and it just makes you feel really not worth anything. And that's just you projecting emotions onto others. That's you just placating it. The way that I look at the way that I have depression, it's like I almost look at it like I'm a negotiator, and I'm talking myself out of things. I almost kind of like talk myself out of being happy. Oh, Katy Perry just jumped on the... Hi, Katy Perry. Katy Perry doesn't know what it's like to be depressed. Yes, she does. She is me an owner. I was giving her hugs and smooches. Yeah, Katy Perry. Oh, hold on. She's going to run over the thing. You just get a case of the bad brains. I was supposed to go to a party last night for Fat Tuesday, and I actually was really looking forward to it. I really wanted to try and have more of a, I don't want to say online, offline, but I don't feel like I go out enough. I feel like I spend a lot of my time having like a digital persona. And that's one of the main reasons why I kind of like stopped going on Discord, because I was spending so much time on it. I got off of Twitter because all I would do is try and create this following, almost to kind of like fill myself up. And I was kind of looking back and reflecting on how, oops, oh, that's not going to sound very good, is it? I kind of felt like I was creating a persona of like a digital like mask. I was using social media as a way of doing things that I wouldn't do in real life, or saying things that I wouldn't say in real life, to get immediate attention from people. For someone who has such low opinion of himself, I'm very opinionated about myself, that I like having an ego, I guess is the best way to phrase it. I look for instant reactions of positivity from people, and I use social media a lot to kind of get that quick fix of like, oh, okay, liking a tweet means I'm valued as a person, or someone immediately responded to me right away. I like having that attention 24/7 was just feeding into an ego, and it was like I was always chasing like the next big like retweet or next big like or the next big emote reaction, and I feel like I didn't have enough. I feel like I don't currently have enough balance in my life of being online versus being offline. And so that's why I got off of Discord. That's why I got off of Twitter. That's why I got off of Facebook and Instagram. My Instagram was just pictures of Katy Perry anyway. I really don't have the pictures of myself. So I told myself for all of March I would not go on Twitter. I lied. I did get on Twitter for a minute when Bryce Harper got signed because I wanted to read the news. But no, I got on social media. I've gotten off of Facebook. I got Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. And so I've been kind of radio silent for a while. I kind of just did it. I didn't really have a plan. I had a plan. My original plan was to not talk to anybody ever again for like 30 seconds. And I was like, no, I just need a break from people. And then it turned into like, I need a break from everything. And I was just kind of looking at how my life is currently. And like I said, it's just, I'm burnt out. I don't have anything that's bringing me joy. Stuff I would normally do to kind of like fill that joy in my life, that little missing part, hasn't been cutting it. And I've been kind of filling it with food a little bit too much. So that's something I'm aware of. But I used to fill it with like playing games online. I used to fill it with sports. I used to fill it with things. And I just feel like nothing in there is really kind of hitting the spot. Nothing's kind of quenching my existential thirst, I guess. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. I haven't watched Overwatch in like 2 weeks. I played the game maybe twice in the past couple of weeks. I didn't go to this party last night that I was looking forward to. D&D's kind of not hitting the spot either. And I'm just in a rut. I'm just in an emotional just treadmill. You think you're growing as a person, but it's really just more of not. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm just trying to exist, trying to find my way, trying to fill my life up with things. But I'm kind of worried that I don't remember how to relax. I'm kind of worried that I don't have a way of expressing myself in a positive way. My humor has changed a lot. Like I've become so reliant on like a gimmick of like being self-deprecating. It's almost like I forgot how to do anything else. It's like you forget how to be genuine. And I'm just kind of trying to figure out my next step. I'm 31, relatively young, mostly healthy for the most part. I was looking at moving. I was looking at trying to find a new job. I have this big tendency of wanting to like start over. I have like this, kind of like a romantic ideal of that I could just stop what I'm doing and go somewhere else and still be me, and then just be me but in a new place. And I don't know how true that is. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Currently, I'm just sitting here in my living room. It's messy. I gotta clean this living room up. It's not looking great. I gotta take the trash out tonight. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like I do anything. I don't find myself to be special. I don't see the big deal that people have of me. People have a much higher opinion than I do of myself. And to me, like, I don't want to say it's humble. It's very weird. It's very strange that people are that like me for me, because I feel like myself could be better on a lot of stuff. I never feel like I'm good enough. I always feel like I should be better at something. And I think that's a sign of. I remember my therapist was telling me that, like, that's kind of like a version of OCD, where you don't start anything because you're so worried about it not being good you don't even try. It's like an offshoot of OCD. I may be wrong. I may have just ruined. I just called out my therapist, and they would be like, she should get a bad Yelp review for telling him the wrong thing, but she did her best. I've never given 100%. I'm confident in saying when someone's like, leave it all on the field, I know that's not how I've ever really done it. But nothing has really been bringing me any sense of joy. I don't really have anything to look forward to. And this might be because it is, I guess, still the middle of winter. It is March 6th, and it is 20 degrees outside, and I'm freezing. And I know that there is summer coming. I know the spring is on its way, but it's almost like that's not enough. And you want to try and find a reason to keep going. And this isn't me saying anything like I'm gonna do anything to myself or anything. It's more of like, I don't even know. I don't have any urges to do anything to myself, good or bad. I don't even have any desire to do better. I think I should do better, but every time I try and get motivated to do better, I just haven't. I told myself that this month I was going to teach myself some new things. Like, I wanted to do yoga. I wanted to at least read 2 books this month. I at least want to go to the gym every other day. It's already March 6th. I haven't gone to the gym yet. Haven't picked up a book yet. And it's like, I don't know what's causing me to not try. I don't know what's causing me to work to be better. I have plenty of reasons of why I should keep going. That's not the problem. I have plenty of reasons to keep going. The problem is knowing where to go. And I don't really remember the last time I had like a tangible dream where I'm like, this is what I want to do. I don't have any desire to do. I have desire to do better. I don't have the desire to do better, if that makes any sense. I want to try, but I don't want to try. And I've just been really, like I said, the theme of tonight is just being burnt out and just not knowing where to go. And I miss everyone. I miss friends, talking to them. But I was using so much of that to distract myself from other things that I could be doing. Because I used to Discord and tweet all the time during work, and I could see myself getting behind on things. So that was another thing too, is that I wanted to make that radical change of just going cold turkey. I've never been someone who sets limits on himself. I've either do it or I don't. I don't be like, oh, I'll just do it for like 30 seconds and never do it again. That's not my personality. My personality is very addictive. And I know I want to keep doing what makes me feel good in that moment without thinking of the long-term stuff. So I'm hoping to use this time off to grow as a person. I want to do more. I want to draw, but I don't know how to. I want to write, but I don't know if it's good enough. I want to find a better job, but I don't know where or doing what. And I don't know what I'm good at anymore. I don't know what I can do for a living. Not even for a living. Something just like to do to feel good. I don't know where that is anymore. I got home today. I could have gone to the gym. I could have, worked out a little bit. No, what did I do? I went to the store and got some milk and cookies. And it's like, oh, it's self-care. It's like, is it self-care if I do it every day instead of doing like actual self-care? Is it okay to do? I don't know. I took the easy way. I'm a coward. It's something I can fully admit about myself. I think I'm kind of a coward. I don't want to fail, so I don't try. One thing that I'm really just afraid of failing. That's as raw and as emotional as I can get. I'm afraid of failing. And like, it's the easy stuff too. Like I could get my sketchbook out right now. I could put pencil on paper, but I look at it and I've made a mark. Failure. You've already failed. Stop it. And I don't know what's going to take for that voice to kind of go away. I don't know what's going to be for me to be able to tell myself to shut up. That's all I really need. I need to tell myself to shut those stupid thoughts up. But it just keeps coming back. And there are good days. There are bad days. I take that back. Not taking back the part about the good days, bad days. I take back the part, something I'm looking forward to. I got my tickets for Captain Marvel, so that's gonna be fun. Going by myself, which is fine. I mean, it's not fine. I'd like to find someone to go to see it with, but it's fine. I'm going by myself. And I have off from work next week, and that's 9 days of being by myself. And I feel like I don't know what to do with myself with all that time. I want to fill it with work, but I hate going to work. I want to fill it with doing video games, but it's like, what am I going to do? Play Overwatch for 97 hours? No, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what hobbies to take up. Nothing interests me. And I don't know if it's the just current state or if it's or what. I don't know. I just talked for 25 minutes straight about how shitty my brain is. I just had bad brain. I've been not even restless. I'm not even, I feel like I'm going to bed at normal times. I feel like I'm going to get at normal times. I just don't have any desire to really do anything. So I don't know. One thing I did want to try and do is I wanted to work more on music. I play a couple of instruments, and but I don't want to do it by myself. I'm in this weird place also where like I live close enough to a city to go do things in the city, but I don't like going into the city. I love being in the city. I don't like going in through it to it. So that's another kind of big demotivator is living out here in the burbs. A lot of my friends live in the cities, or they live in other cities. I kind of living by yourself is like a double-edged sword, and that's why I got my cat, who was currently trying to pounce on the microphone, so I pushed her away, and I'm currently giving her head scritchies. Don't attack my microphone, cat. Winter. I want to chalk this. I want to say that I'll be feeling better when it gets into like the 60s. I want to say I'll feel better when I can wear one layer of clothing without having to put on a coat and a jacket and gloves just to go outside of my car. I want to say I'll feel better when it's warmer outside. Because I have all the pieces in place to be happy. I really do. I have relative time. I have relative health. I don't have a job that makes a lot of money, but I make okay money. I mean, I have a lot of student loan debt. Um, that's another thing too, is how much money like I owe to just not own things. I don't live comfortably. I live okay, but I feel like I could be more comfortable. And money is a big stressor on people. So that's kind of what I want to find a new job, but I also don't know what I want to do to get that money. Like I work a hybrid retail job. Like it's not hybrid, but I don't know if it sucks to make me feel like less of a person. I had the dream of being a comedian, but I feel like my source material was just like killing me. I couldn't do that depressing style anymore. I found myself doing it every once in a while, but I feel like I was relying on it too much. Because it was like a personality like band-aid, where if I didn't want someone to get close, I could just make fun of myself for being fat or short or losing my hair or having a cat. Like that, it was. I'm sure to some people that's like a positive trend, but to me that was kind of like I probably shouldn't glorify the fact that I'm sad. Cause I am. I'm trying to be more open about my mental health. And me just rambling on feels better. Like it does. I mean, I probably should be saying these things to like a professional. I had been in the past. I've had 2 therapists in the last couple of years, and they both were great. I get to this thing where like I get to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm okay. I don't need any more help. And then I kind of let it build up, and then it's like, oh, now it's time for me to get help again. And I get it all cleared up. I'm like, okay, I feel better again. And I go over and over. It's a cycle. I do that with my house too. So like, I hate cleaning. But when I do clean, I feel great. But I always ask for help to get the stuff clean, and then it just gets all cluttered again. And then I don't think I'm afraid to ask for help. It's almost more of like I'm afraid of when I need help, or if it's too late to get help. So yeah. But I look at where I am, and it's almost like you feel guilty for being depressed. Because like I said, I'm relatively okay. You feel guilty for having these feelings, and it's like I shouldn't feel this way. I should feel better, and then it almost makes you ashamed of it. But you shouldn't, but you still do. Even though everyone in the world's telling you like you should be okay with how you feel. I don't want to say I'm embarrassed by it. I don't want to say I'm ashamed of it. It's just part of who I am. I think it's been a while since I really looked at it, and trying to do better. I have a general idea on how to approach it. So I think I do need some polishing off to maybe talk to about someone. I'll make a deal with everyone who's listening. If I'm still feeling this way when it gets warmer out, I'll go back and talk to someone about it. Is that weird to say? Yeah, that's pretty weird to say. You know what? Forget that. I should get help. But it's so much easier just being online. Being online is no problem at all. It's a few keystrokes. It's a few mouse clicks. It's a few physical steps. I write a lot. I like to write poetry. And this is almost kind of like poetry. This is me just talking. But it's me expressing myself, right? I didn't really have any point to this talking tonight. Kind of a little bit of an auto diary. So yeah. So Brown Machismo is kind of, I think I'm done with it. I know my name is the Brown Machismo Show. I know my Twitch name is Brown Machismo, but it's a name that I've had this persona for a long time, and it's something that I'm kind of like, don't really need it. This isn't Brad Machismo talking right now. This is Joe. This is the person behind the name. This is the person behind the gimmick. This is my actual name. So I might go back to it. I might use it in my time of need. I kind of use it as like a shield, I guess. I've always used the name of like to say things on the internet. Like, I didn't say that. My online name said that. Or like, I don't do this. My online name does this. Another thing too that I've kind of realized about myself is that nothing is ever as bad as I think it is. To me right now, this is like me just like pouring my heart out. And in reality, like, yeah, it is, but it's the things aren't as bad as I think they are. Is it, what's hypochondriac if for meant for? Maybe that's my depression speaking. Maybe it's me thinking it's not a big deal. Maybe I'm cyberbullying myself. Probably. But yeah. This is state of mind, and it feels good to talk about it. I'm a big proponent for mental health, especially for men. I think men should talk more about their feelings, and my feelings right now is just of loneliness, being cold, and just looking for purpose as raw as I can get. Like, this is me at my most emotionally vulnerable. I'm just a lonely guy on the internet, just trying to get through the day. And I'm not quite sure how to do it. Not quite sure where to go with it. Yeah. I've been going at this for about roughly 35 minutes of me just talking about my bad brain and trying to get better. So if you're listening, or you're listening to this live, or you're listening to this, if I post this on YouTube, I probably will. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me explain myself a little bit. And yeah. So I guess I will I'm not gonna do a closing segment. This is, like I said, this is the Brad Machismo show. This is me just using this platform to talk about myself a little bit. So I'm not gonna do a music thing. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate everyone, and I want you all to have a great day. Okay? All right, bye.